Period.
Where'd you get a horn?
Baby, I got horns, I got sounds for days. I got
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Adventures of Sanpriest. I am your host, your boy, Sanpriest, and this is a show for everyday people to discuss everyday things. And today we have a beautiful person. We have my friend, Turk. Say hey.
What's going on? I'm in the building, you guys. Thank you, Sanpriest, for having me on your show. I'm excited to be here. And before we get started, first of all, I want to say congratulations on your
Oh,
show. Beginning your
thank
show, you're already ahead of everything. You're working on everything. You're getting things done. You're pushing content out, or you're about to push more content out. So you just keep doing your thing. I'm proud of you, and this is your lane. So just keep up the good work and put God first.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna hype you up. I love to give people their flowers. You first of all, you invited me on your show, and I thought it was a great show. You handled yourself well, and you taught me a lot of things. And I told you, I said, I want to do this. And usually, certain people are like, I'm not going to help you. I don't have time for this. You took
Right.
time to not only pour into me, but you also took time to tell me all of the things that I needed to do in order to set up my show. And a lot of people,
Mhm.
a lot of people don't listen. I
Right.
listen.
And
But
look at
like
God.
you've been doing great things. Take a little time to shout yourself out and introduce yourself to the world. Give us a little bit more insight about who you are, what you're doing, as well as what you are planning to do, if you're okay with it.
Okay. Yeah, fine. Well, I won't give away too much because there's always a madness to my motive, So, just a little bit about me. My name is Darian Lynch. I mean, for people who do know me and who don't know me, of course, I've also went by Turkey in the past. Now, everybody always asks where did that name come from, and it came from high school friends. We were all sitting around at lunch giving each other food names, and mine's just stuck since. And so I was like, instead of making it a key, I'm gonna make something out of it. So I did. So shortly after, I changed my name to Turk Dish, and I just created that brand from that point forward. People would laugh in the beginning, but I said, okay, y'all will see in the future that I'm going to be a household name, and it's becoming that. So I'm grateful that I actually kept up with it and not let people, make jokes about it. And if you did, I was like, okay, I brushed it off and just went on about my business and kept working hard. And I always knew I wanted to be a content creator. So I didn't know what lane I wanted to go. But, when you just trust God and you just trust the process, things will happen and things will come to you and let you know what you need to do. And that's what I did. I started a podcast overnight one night. I said, I'm going to do this. So found a free hosting website with Anchor, and I created it, called it Talk with Turk. And overnight, the next few months, it just became bigger. And I was like, I can't stop now, got to keep going. Why stop now? You're charting in countries, people are listening, and you're making a little bit of residual income from it. So why not keep it up? So that's a little bit about me now. As far as my background outside of content creation, I went to the illustrious North Carolina A&T State University. Aggie Pride, you already know about it. So, we come from the same roots, of course. So that's why we know each other. So, like I said, that's just a little bit about me. And like I said, I'm on the radio as well. I got a radio deal from the podcast. So if you just keep working on your dreams, you guys, things will happen. In the future, I mean, I'm not going to give too much away, but I do have a lot of celebrity guests that I'm going to be bringing on for the next season. So it's my birthday season right now. So I'm just kind of like, I'm going to end it in this season very shortly. And next season is going to be a whole nother level, That's all I can say right now. So I'm gonna have them lined up next season.
You said you couldn't quit on yourself, you know,
Right.
and a lot of people fail in life because they quit on themselves. And you are a beautiful product of what happens when you believe in yourself enough
Yep.
to push, enough to
Mm-hmm.
get out that bed, you know.
Yep. Even through
With
adversity,
yes. And another
of
thing,
course.
in regards to Turkey, when well, I always knew you as Turk. When I was introduced to you, I guess I didn't think nothing of it. And I
You
was
must not
like,
have, but everybody, like, even to this day, when people introduce me as that, they always be like, Turkey. Like, where do you get that nickname from? And then I have to go into the long spiel to give them the story, and I'm like, oh, okay, like,
but I think it's
whatever.
cute though. You know,
Yeah, thank you.
it's just one of those adorable names to me. Like, oh, that's my friend Turkey, you know, or Turk. That's cute too.
Right. You have now tuned into the Adventures of Sanpriest, and I am your guest of the week, Turk Bish from Talk with
What
Turk.
helps you get out of bed in the morning?
Just knowing that at the end of the day that I have me, you know,
Mhm.
and I'm the only person that can help me, if that makes sense. And of course, you can always have, your significant other, but at the end of the day, it's always about yourself. You have to make sure that you're following your dreams and you're making things happen because nobody else is going to do it for you. Even with people that I know and was very close friends with, they already broke out into the industry. Do you think I asked them for a handout? No. No, I'm not going to do that. And if I did, I don't expect them to say yes. I might have gotten a lot of no's even though I asked, but at the end of the day, it's about you making it
Mhm.
happen. And so everybody that I've had on my show, whether they're celebrities or underground artists, it's always been off my hand, my hard work, and everything that I have with my podcast has always been off me. So, at the end of the day, that's what motivates me. Just making sure that I fulfill my dreams and make sure that I'm not 50 years old wishing that I had followed my dreams.
I always tell people, I'm just like, you only get one life.
Right.
And a lot of times we wasted a lot of it because we were either fearful or we were
Hmm.
just very unsure.
Right.
And again, you just keep dropping these gems. And for me, it's like you believed in yourself. You get up every morning because you know that you're the only person that can rescue you. That means that
Hmm.
you already know that you don't need anyone. And
Right.
that's a different type of power because that's a different type of confidence and faith within yourself. We try to put our
Yes.
faith in man constantly, but if you put your faith in yourself,
Yep.
baby, you can do whatever it is that you want. And you make me excited.
Oh, thank you. And I'm glad you said that because I'm a very spiritual person myself. My
Hmm.
grandmother has even told me that I have a gift. I
Okay.
have a gift to see things. I have a gift to make things happen in my favor. And so I've
Hmm.
always just trusted God and made sure if He brings me a vision or if He brings something to me that I act on it or I at least figure it out. What is He trying to say? And then over time, sometimes I'm like, I got it. You know, it's just about having that faith and just being able to have that vision. Like I always say that I have that vision. I'm the chosen one because everybody is not chosen by God to serve
Agree.
in some sort of capacity. But if you
Mhm.
know that you're chosen and you know He's consistently making it work out for you, then you're obviously a golden charm by God. And I just always believe that. I believe that I'm very spiritual and that I know that this is not the end for me. I know how far I'm going to get. I see it. I see it in my head. I see it in my dreams all the time. And it's just something I can't shake or let go because I just know that I have to make it happen. And so you just have to
Mhm.
have that type of spirit, that type of gift, if you say.
I always tell people favor isn't fair, but favor
Hmm.
comes with a price. And
That's true.
so the people that look at us, they're just like, well, they just got it handed to them, or they
Right.
didn't go through things. And I'm just like, well, one, I don't have to tell you what I went through, but I would just
Hmm.
say this: in order for you to get where you're going, celebrate those people. Don't always look
Right.
for the reason as to why they shouldn't have it or how did they get it. Just know that it was their
True.
time and they did what you need to do, which is reach up and grab whatever is meant for you to grab. You know?
You- Yep, you have to. And if you don't, then that's on you. You can't
Okay.
blame nobody else. You can't, sit around and give yourself excuses about why what you're, you know, just believing in so much, why it's not happening for you. Is because you're
Mhm,
not taking the time out to actually put the work towards it. And sometimes, myself, I get discouraged. I mean, I'm a content creator. That's us by in general. We
mhm,
get discouraged sometimes and we have to find things to pick us back up. I'll go without recording for 2 weeks before I put out another episode because I might have just not been feeling it. But it doesn't make it where I don't care about my gift. It's just
mhm,
sometimes you're not always gonna have that that drive to do something. You just need a break. And sometimes it could be overload. And sometimes I find myself doing that and I have in the past few months and I'm like, I have to rest. I have to give myself a break because I'm
mhm.
working too hard. I'm doing the right thing, but I'm working too hard at the same time.
But what's wrong with that though?
Nothing.
Exactly, because you
Just-
have to take time for your mental healing. You're
mm,
overworking your brain, so your brain is just like, if you want better, you want better content, you want me to perform at this level, let me
mhm.
rest. And that's okay.
Yes.
That's being kind to
Okay.
your mind, that's being kind to your body, and you deserve it because you have been working hard. And like you said, it doesn't mean that you gave up on anything. It just means that you had to recharge so you can bring better content, a better energy, a better level of confidence, baby. Rest,
Mhm.
but
And
just
so
don't
that's
get
just where I'm
stuck.
at. Sometimes I have to rest and there's nothing wrong with that because you have to
Mhm.
recharge and you have to give your spirit a break.
Yo, yo, I know you would like to be a guest on the Adventures of Sanpriest. Make sure you follow him on Instagram at SANPRIEST__ and tell him, I want to be a part of this show. What do I have to do? And I promise you, he'll send you all the details that you need. Now, back to the Adventures of Sanpriest featuring Turk.
Okay, so can you see that better? Is that better?
Mhm. Yeah, I can see
Okay,
it.
perfect. So there are questions as well as actions on this wheel. So whatever this pin lands on,
Mhm.
either you'll have to answer the question or you'll have to complete the action. So it's simple.
Okay.
And I promise you there's nothing bad on here. I
Okay,
don't,
let's do
I don't play
it.
that some games with people's careers. You ready?
Let's do it. If I get confused, just tell me what I need to do or what I need to answer.
I'm a teacher at heart. I got you. We spinning. We spinning. We spinning this wheel. I said we spinning. We spinning. We spinning this wheel and this keep spinning. Keep spinning. Come on, what you got for me? Uh boom. Oh, this isn't bad. Read or show your last post on social media.
Okay.
See
I
that
can
I
do that.
see it? I
I can
got
do
you.
that. My last post on social media. Okay, good.
I'm gonna
I
also do mine too.
all right. So my last post on social media was I stopped talking to people without an explanation because they know exactly what they did.
Ooh.
And that was on Facebook.
But that's nothing but facts, though. Like
Fact.
and sometimes you again, it's one of those moments where you got to know when to hold them, and you got to know when to walk away. And
Yep.
I've experienced life so much where I know you know better, and I'm tired
Mhm.
of constantly coming back or opening that door or feeling the need to explain myself to you when you, like you said, you already know.
And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, why do I have to keep telling you, I feel this type of way before you're going to change or before you decide to have a different course of action? That's just where I was with that status. And that can apply to anybody. It don't matter who, and that's just anybody at the end of the day. Because I've cut people off for maybe the simplest things that I've told them, I don't like
Hmm.
this. It affects me. I don't like it. And if I don't like it, I don't have to be around it. And
Hmm.
if I cut you off for that exact reason, I'm doing it for my mental health and my happiness. It's not
Right.
about you.
Fair. So my post was you cannot become what you want to be because you are too attached to what you have been.
Mm. Ooh, hold on. I had to give
Okay.
you a bomb on that. I had to give you a bomb on that.
Because,
That's good.
that thing resonated with me that day because I've always been in my own way. because like you said, content creators, we literally have to question ourselves because we want to make sure that we're good enough. We want to make sure that they'll like us,
Mm,
and sometimes they won't. But the one thing I realized is there's a community out there for everyone, but you will
it
never
really
know
is.
what community is for you unless you try.
Yep.
And so, with that being said, outside of my show, I am a singer. I'm an artist. I have
Amazing
written.
singer.
Thank you. You as well. I watched you. But I literally had to push through because in my mind I'm just like they're not gonna like my sound. They're not gonna like my style of music, and
Yeah.
it's not regular R&B. It's not this. I've literally played my music for people, and I knew it was good, but the way
Yeah.
they reacted, it made me feel like I wasn't doing something right. And it took one person to tell me and show me that it wasn't the fact that you sucked, it was just the fact that you were opening your gift up to the wrong people.
Yes. Because I was about to say there's a market for everybody and for
Yes.
everything.
And
So
I'm
what's not
marketable.
good for me? Yes, you are because you got the looks, you got the fashion, you got the sound. Everybody doesn't have their own sound or their own thing. Some people take
Hmm.
from different. I mean, it's okay to take from different areas of music or artists or genres. It's okay, but when you have an authentic gift or authentic presence like yourself, it shines. So wrong crowd, right gift, wrong crowd.
So first of all, I'm not used to people coming on here making me blush more than I make them blush, but I'm blushing
Yes,
because
I mean, you should know your worth because you're great. You're an amazing person. So, and look, it shows by you just doing this show, like starting your own show. Like that's amazing because who knows? What if this is the door for your music? And that's how
baby.
I've been thinking about, my podcast. What if my podcast is the door for me to get out my music? My music isn't everybody's cup of tea, but I've
Hmm.
made some songs that have went viral on SoundCloud. So there's a market for everybody.
I agree. Um, I in order to get there, we have to remove ourselves, but sometimes we're scarred because of the trauma we experience. And again, like pointing out that I'm releasing my music for the wrong people. Okay, cool, I got that. Now how do I remove that trauma that's attached to that,
Mhm.
but anyways, not you just don't get stuck there. And
Yeah.
how you progressed and how you pushed through was definitely inspirational for me, and it's going to be inspirational for everyone who tunes into your page as well as your show. Bravo.
Thank you. Yes, it's been a journey. When I tell you, it's even when you're dealing with trauma, past trauma, from your old life when you're young, and
Hmm.
things you go through in young adulthood. Like I have a great story. So if I ever have a biopic, if I get famous, when I get famous,
Yes.
I'm gonna have a great story to tell.
Yes, but the world is big enough for everyone to win. It's just the fact that people are so greedy. People are so, and that's what it is. They allow greed to cloud their better judgment. But unlike you, we don't move with greed. Greed is not to say that we don't move with, we don't use our intelligence to get a little bit ahead of life, but we're honest about what it is that we're doing. I always want to network with people. I find that I have some of the best conversations with just my friends. And I created this show because I wanted to give everyone a platform to not only be celebrated for their successes, because I celebrate my friends, and I'm doing it publicly, but I also want your voice to be heard. But most importantly, I want to give the world an opportunity to fall in love with someone I feel is special, the same way I do.
I
Right.
think you're a special person. I think you have a kind spirit, and it's not the
Thank
fact
you.
that you're moving with to be malicious. You're moving because you have a vision, and you're holding
Mhm.
onto your vision. It's not. It's just hold my hand and come on, or move out the
Right.
way.
Or move out the way because I'm gonna get it done regardless. And like I said, I can help,
Mm-hmm.
but I can be shady. And you know that from back in the day. Because
Well,
when
I
we
go
were
with
young adults, our mouth was nasty.
okay. I still go with the best of them. You
Oh, me
ready?
too. Okay. Toe to toe. You already know.
But the Lord had delivered me from these.
Yeah. And so I'm better now. I handle
Mhm.
things. It's like I play chess, not checkers. So if you're throwing shade at me, I'm going to handle it on a business route now. Like that's where I'm seeing it. I'm not going to call you out. I might call you out because I did do a PSA one day for stuff like that. But then I still moved on and I played chess with them. I
Mm-hmm.
had a big announcement come out, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"This is how you handle them." The same people that you're beefing with, let me do business with them, and let's make this money together, so I can show you this is what you could have had instead of what you're doing right now. So
Okay.
and
Take note.
and sometimes you have to be like that with people. It's not always about cussing someone out or um throwing shade at them on social media. It's about how you move, especially when you're talking about your gift, because I'm not going
Mm-hmm.
to let nobody come for me and my gift and what I know that's important to me, something I've worked so hard for and worked
Mm-hmm.
on my own, to build and create, because it's easy.
Okay.
I don't know if I was supposed to say that, but
I
hopefully you
didn't
don't
say
get
it that
flagged.
word. I'm a bleep it. Don't worry. But
Okay.
I'm gonna say this. Listening to you, like I really do feel like you are pouring into me and you are helping me because I'm a strong man. I
Me
know
too.
I can swing with the
And
best
you
of them,
are.
but sometimes when you open your heart up to a different energy and you know that it's a good energy, it helps pull
Mhm.
something out of you that you've been struggling with. And I've been in my head a lot, but that's
And you
again
shouldn't be.
I was, and again, it's easy to hear someone else tell you that you shouldn't be, but to actually believe it yourself takes a little bit
Mhm.
more effort, especially when you've gone through a lot of things that you never talk about, you know.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the only person that's in my way is me, and I have to move. I have to move. But
Mhm.
when I say move, I have to move in the right direction. I don't need to
Right.
move myself out the way. I need to move
Oh,
this mountain in the direction that we're supposed to go because now I'm literally pushing myself.
that's true. And you're pushing yourself. And I saw I think it was Facebook, you had like back-to-back statuses. You were like pouring into yourself. And I was like, okay, now this is the energy I need to be on. Like, so it even motivated me. I was like, yes, pop your shit. Like, do
Okay.
your big, because what you're doing now, that's what matters the most. Nothing else matters outside of that. But
Hmm.
what you're doing now is what is important, because you know that it's important to you. You know that it's one of your many talents, one of your many gifts, because people like us, we don't just have one gift. You
Okay.
know,
Us.
especially when we're visionaries. We have more than one gift.
Hmm.
And sad to say, it is what it is, but a lot of people aren't gifted with those type of talents. But when we do have those type of talents and we're trying to be steadfast with those, it's
Hmm.
important to be able to display those on a different level. And I'm glad that you're doing that, because even yourself, when you started doing your music, it kind of, gave me an inclination in my head. Okay, when are you going to get back to your music? When are you going to start writing music again? Because you were once in the studio
Hmm.
writing songs. You might not have been putting out this music, but you've been in the studio writing music, just
Hmm.
sitting there, maybe wasting your money writing songs at that time, but it is what it is. You were still doing it. You were still, you know, putting forth the effort.
I will say this: we as visionaries, we as people, when we are really passionate about one thing and we don't get the type of recognition or support, sometimes it gets a little harder. So we
Mhm.
use our other gift to kind of suppress the thing that made us the happiest, and we try to find a
Yep.
different type of love. But again, I am happy, and I do believe that this our shows are going to open up a lot of doors for us for everything that we want to do. But the thing
Mhm.
that I'm hoping and manifesting for us both, that we open our own door to express
Yep.
our music for the right people, because you deserve it, and you deserve to feel special about your work and the thing that
Thank
makes you the happiest. Not saying that podcasting doesn't, but
you.
I know that you love music.
I love music so
I
much.
know.
Like, love it. Love music so much.
So,
And I even got to a point one time where I was letting people tell me, you don't have the best voice. You don't need to be making songs. So I was even at that place one point. So,
mhm,
you know, you're sensitive about stuff like that, and it
you are.
sticks with you. And that was what, 2013, 14, when people were saying that, and it's still, clicking in my head. I'm remembering
Mhm,
people saying that 2023. So, it is what it is. But I do believe that one day this will lead to where I truly want to be. I want to be on
Yeah.
TV. I want to do music. I want to be behind the camera working as well. So I see things. I hope it will happen.
Priest and Turk. Priest the Turk.
Yeah. Yeah.
I try to merge our names. Priest the Turk. Turk Priest.
Treast. Treast.
Yes. Latrice Royale.
Oh, no, not Latrice Royale. So we.
Uh, so I
That
do
is
want to ask this question. This is another opportunity to shine some light on someone else. If you had an organization that you could shine a little recognition to or your light on, what organization would that be, baby?
So I would like to shine the light on the Dementia Society of America. So a lot of people don't understand that sometimes dementia is onset, sometimes it can be offset. There's a lot of different things. My mother, she actually passed away from dementia. My
Mm-hmm.
adoptive mother, because a lot of people know this about me. My birth mother. She passed when I was 10 months. She had just had my sister,
Mm-hmm.
which is one of my biggest blessings of all time to have a sister here, have a
Mm-hmm.
sibling that she left behind. But shortly after that, my aunt, she took me in and she always was my mother. And so
Mm-hmm.
she passed away in 2019, right after I graduated from dementia. She had been battling it since I want to say 2015,
Mm-hmm.
2016, and passed away in 2019. And it
May I
happened
ask
from a
how
stroke.
old they were?
Uh,
May I ask how old they were?
she was 57, I
Okay.
believe. Yeah, so she was still young, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she's one of 4 siblings, and there's only 2 siblings left. Her and my grandfather passed away. My grandfather passed away last year, and
Mm-hmm.
so no, year before last. And, so still 2 siblings left, but she passed away from dementia, and, it's one of the hardest things for families to deal with, to
Mm-hmm.
experience, to go through, and so I'm glad that they have something like the Dementia Society so that they can bring forth the education, the resources that is needed for people who are dealing with even with the families. The families are going to need much needed resources too because it impacts us as people. And so I wanted to bring the spotlight on that society. And if you could give everybody out there, if you could give a little bit, whether it's $5, whether it's 50 cents, every penny helps. So make sure you give to the Dementia Society of America.
Heels on this one. So grab something that's close by you, whatever, anything. You got 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8,
Oh my
7,
God.
6,
Oh no.
4, 3, a 2. Oh,
Another mic?
I didn't know what
I
that
don't have.
was.
Wait,
I was like,
no.
what is that? Baby dolls.
I got
Okay,
something. It's a fan.
okay. So the name of the game is called Sell It to Sand. So you got to sell this to me. If you do a good job, I'm going to send you $1. If you suck, I'm going to boo you.
Uh-oh. Well, prepare to get booed.
No, come on, give me your acting skills. You're an actor. Let me see it.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
Hold on. It's the whole hair flip. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, I always got a fake hair flip for some reason.
It's always my eyebrows for me, but go ahead. And action.
Have you ever heard of the comfort zone? Well, I'm here to tell you, we have one of a kind here, and it's amazing for outdoors anywhere you go. Even if you're going shopping, you can have this right beside you. And do you know what it does? It click.
What?
It brings you nothing but air. Nothing but air. Do you feel that, people? It's air.
Yeah.
It's air.
Yeah.
The comfort zone.
It's so strong. It's so
I
strong.
dropped
No, you
both
just
of my
deserve
hands.
your dollar. You deserve your $1, baby. Oh, is
Shout
it
out
your phone?
to, yeah, it
Okay,
should be.
perfect. So before I send this $1, where can the people find you?
All right, you guys, you can find me on Instagram at TurkBish. That's TurkBish. You can find me on Facebook, Talk with Turk. That's my podcast page. Or if you want to add me as a friend, Darian Montavious Lynch on Facebook. I'm always on Twitter. You can get to me the fastest through Twitter. And I have 3 Twitter pages. Don't ask why. 2 of them were suspended years ago. But I have my newest one, which Nikki follows me on. So that's my prized possession. You can follow me at TurkBish_ on that one. And if you want to listen to my podcast, I'm on iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Odyssey, Audible, Google Play, and many more. It's so many. Apple, Spotify, even RadioCast, just anywhere you can listen to a podcast. And if you type in Talk with Turk in Google, it'll pop up for you. You can just find me anywhere, you guys. So wherever you listen to your podcast, just make sure you check me out. And once again, shout out to the Adventures of Sanpriest. Thank you.
Where's that horn?
Your show. Thank you for having me on your show. It was amazing. I had fun. Like, this was a great experience, and I'm glad that you're doing this. And just keep it up. And whenever you want me on the show, I'll come back. And of course, vice versa. You can come on my show anytime. I'm always willing to support, and I'm glad that you're willing to support, giving me a platform for people to hear about me, of course. So, yeah, let's just keep doing our things and slaying.
Okay, so you know me. I'm very, very thankful that you joined. I really loved that. Your energy was great. It made me feel warm, but you also inspired me to just do better and keep pushing. Y'all don't give up on yourself, and you got to push yourself, because look at this product. He is working. He is doing such an amazing job, and I cannot wait to see where we go. Because you ain't going without me.
Okay, God bless, no man can curse. Okay. Just remember that. Remember that.
Yes.
Of course.
Definitely. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for joining another amazing episode of The Adventures of Sanpriest. Again, tune in. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, and do the same thing for my bitch Turk. I said Turk. My bitch Turk. But anyways, again, I really thank you for joining. You were a joy, and I really, really do hope we do more of this. I like this.
Yeah, we should. We should. Even collaborations, because I'm about to start my YouTube soon.
Come on.
Next season, we are going to be up. And Adam, you see the background. You see it. And if you want to see a little bit more, if you want to see around, we have the albums everywhere on the wall, the vinyls. So we're gonna make sure we do it the right way.
I'm trying to be like, y'all see this? Y'all see this? Y'all see this? This is called the Hilton.
You are correct.
Like, subscribe, show your love to both of us, but give a lot of love to Turk. If I could leave you with one thought, that thought would be: if you don't toot your own horn, sometimes you won't have no music. And I like the toot. All right, good night, everybody.
Bye.
I mean, one day. And there we go. I'm the